It is 6 o'clock, almost 7 o'clock, and it's almost time for me to go to work, but I'm trying to bang this out. And you're probably wondering, man, why are you trying to record so early in the morning? Well, I jacked up my camera. I've been up since 24 hours cleaning up my entire office, and I'm pretty sure I'm bleeding in my ear because I either got an infection or when I did use a Q tube, I was too aggressive. And either way, there was blood. So it is a fine start to my day. Anyways, you know what's also a fine start? Talking about known, I don't even know, Sexpants Chris Barrett. That's right. Everyone knows this asshole as Mr. Handsy, Mr. Weirdo. He got denied, right? The first lawsuit he did, bam, got dismissed. But he's back. That's right. New former Destiny and Marathon director Chris Barrett has refiled his $200 million lawsuit against Sony and Bungie in Delaware Superior Court after a jurisdiction-only dismissal, now asking for a jury trial. You know it's bad when even this bitch is calling you a bitch, because everyone knows her and she's got issues, but you know, she's calling you a bitch and it's true. You know, you done fucked up. Yikes. I mean, come on, this is going to end up going anywhere. Sometimes you need to know when to stop. No, if this man didn't know when to stop, if he knew when to stop, he wouldn't be grabbing everyone's ass. So let's get into it. I'm probably gonna have to swap, right? Yeah. Former Marathon director Christopher Barrett. Legal fight with Sony and Bungie is back in motion. Barrett, who was previously the game director of Bungie's upcoming extraction shooter Marathon, as well as Destiny 2, first sued in December 2024, accusing the company of pushing him out and then firing him so that he could avoid paying him tens of millions in equity and related benefits. You know, this is one of those few moments with Bungie where I actually taking Bungie's side, especially after we saw text messages and the like and everything that but this guy's done. Like we've seen the dialogue. This guy is a fucking creep. Sony and Bungie have pushed back hard in filings, arguing he was terminated for cause and that his claims should be thrown out. While that back and forth was still ongoing, the original case hit a major snag. The Delaware Court of Chancery dismissed the case on jurisdiction grounds. The judge said the Chancery Court wasn't the right place for what the dispute had turned into, mostly a money damage fight. The dismissal wasn't a decision on who's right. Now Barrett has refiled the lawsuit in a Delaware Superior Court, which is the state's regular trial court for this kind of dispute, and he's seeking a 12-member jury trial. The new complaint was filed last week on January 15, 2026. I don't know what he expects, because Bungie's going to be like, here's the text messages, here's the reports, here's all the ladies that he has been awkwardly, creepily, fantasizing and hitting on and harassing. It's not going to be a good look, bud. Like I mean, I guess he's got nothing to lose. I mean, he already flushed his reputation down the toilet. Like, I don't know who would ever hire him. I guess shoot for the moon and see if you land. But I feel like you're going to go straight into the sun. According to the newly filed complaints obtained by the Game Post, Barrett argues the core issue has not changed. He says Sony and Bungie falsely framed his exit as for cause termination to justify cutting off major payouts tied to retention and equity agreements created around Sony's Bungie acquisition. This case is about defendants' textbook scapegoating of Christopher Barrett, who was until recently one of the most respected artists in the video game industry. It wasn't until, you started getting handsy. Like, you could be good at your job, just don't be a dickhead and, try to molest and caress and creepily text and hit on your coworkers. I know it's hard to do for Chris. The complaint reads, defendant deliberately destroyed Barrett's reputation by falsely and publicly insinuating They had investigated Barrett and found he had engaged in sexual misconduct. Bro, we've seen the text messages. Like, defendant did not care that none of it was true. They had blatant motivation for their brazen scheme to avoid paying Barrett the nearly $50 million he is owed under his employment agreement. You know, I'm gonna be honest, he's probably right. But it's one of those situations where they definitely want to try to cut corners. And he's like a free goal point. Like, hey guys, goal right here. Touchdown. Easy saving some monies right here. Like, he did it to himself. He made himself the goalpost of, all right, can his ass. To shift blame for and deflect the attention away from their massive business failures. I mean, he ain't wrong. There's some definitely massive failures on Bungie's part. And to achieve those corporate objectives, they were willing to sacrifice Barrett. Most of the updated complaints is the same as before. The biggest practical change is the venue and the format. Superior Court means the case can be tried in a jury. And the complaint explicitly demands a 12-person jury. The complaint lays out the same main set of claims, including breach of contract tied to the retention agreements, constructive dismissal, defamatory per se, defamation by implication, a claim under Washington's Wage Rebate Act, plus FMLA interference and FMLA retaliation tied to his request for medical leave. On money, the complaint again goes big. Barrett asks for not less than $200 million in total damages, including $45 million plus interest that he says is due under the retention agreements, plus defamation damages and punitive damages totaling at least $100 million, along with additional statutory damages and relief tied to the wage. Dude's going, he's trying so hard to grab whatever he can. Barrett respectfully requests a judgment awarding him not less than $200 million in damages and the equitable remedy of reinstatement as set forth. Everything we just pretty much read. An award charges plus punitive damages, $100 million, reinstatement to his role at reinstate his role as franchised for violation of FMLA. Bro wants to become game director. Dude's like, no one's gonna fucking hire me. I want to go back and listen, Linda's got a nice ass and I need to get back into that director so I could start flirting with her and grab that ass. Like he wants the damages for violation of the FMLA, including back pay and inappropriately forfeited wages under the retention agreements, plus liquidated damages and attorney fees, any other equitable monetary relief as may be just and appropriate. Bro's going big. He's going big. He's going wide. He's hoping. He's hoping he can score a touchdown. As this legal fight continues, Bungie is moving ahead of Marathon. The game Barrett previously directed, Marathon is now set to release on March 5th with an open beta set to go live sometime before launch. What do you think about Christopher filing the lawsuit? Let us know what your thoughts is in the comments down below. He's a bitch. Listen, Bungie's is a shit company, but you gotta think Christopher Barrett was part of that shit company. And so, equal treatment, baby. You just happen to single yourself out by being a predatory asshole. It's his money to spend on lawyers. It's his right to legally, and a jury will get to decide. If he's wrong, it will only discredit him more. With all the bullshit Bungie has done, maybe there's some truth in his claims. Would you roll over if a company declined to grant you over $200 million? I mean, like, I don't know. You know, if I thought there was no shot in hell, probably I would roll over because I'd be wasting more money than what I have. Bro's a joke. Gotta admit, he's determined. Fuck this guy. Right on, dude. Keep is entertained. Just let it go. It's over. Oh, 7 o'clock. Move on. All right, Chris. No twid today? Okay. Can't wait for it to go on trial or discovery. This guy will be shown to be the piece of shit we all know he is. It'll drag up dirt on other predators from the company. Imagine. We know that we've heard even after Chris left that the work environment is toxic. And we know the boys club still exists in Bungie. imagine the shit that will come out. Oh. If I was Chris and I saw it, you just knew you're gonna lose. You go for a home run by dragging every last son of a bitch in that company down with you. That's what I would do. I would be the pettiest asshole. Like, you know what? If I go down, you go down with me, and just put all the dirty laundry right out there. And guess what? I doubt he'll do that, but if he did do that, that is good content. Interesting, he would include being reinstated to his former position. I know, like, what? Bro's like, give me my job back. Like, what? That's the part that's got me like, bro's gonna be like rolling up and everyone's gonna be side on him like, is that the guy that likes to get handsy? Yeah, that's him. Don't worry, he'll send you a DM asking you what kind of panties you're wearing. Don't worry. His mother ever was part of the problem at Bungie. This guy is such a cockhead. I heard rumors that he didn't like to take no for an answer, but I didn't realize that included courts too. Oh my God. Should have just asked for the trial by combat. Yeah, get Chris and one of the leaders at Bungie and give them, you know what? Just let's go Saints Row 3, give them dildos. Give them sword-like dildos and let them just fight. Listen, Chris is all about trying to be freaky, so let him get his freak on. Let's go full Saints Row 3. Or is it 4? I can't remember. Either way, y'all know what I'm talking about if you played Saints Row. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see. Who would have thought a guy who harassed coworkers keeps harassing people? Fucking do it again. He does. He wants to go back and do it again. That's the funny part. He just... Oh, it's never a dull day with Bungie. Not at all. Anyways, short video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It'll be interesting how this plays out. I think it's probably gonna be quiet for a while until things start getting heated up. And maybe we'll get some interesting things leaking out. We'll find out. I'm Mr. Game Counselor. Hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. As always, I'll see you later. Game out.